All right, welcome everybody to the RRR247 team conference call. You're in the right place at the right time, and there's a lot of great things happening. And I'm so excited for the 10 plus, because I know there's a couple that didn't make it while they're getting audio turned on. 10 plus new people that joined us again this week because there are fantastic things happening. And I'm going to introduce somebody great to you, somebody that I hold near and dear to my heart. Somebody I look up to, somebody I call brother, somebody I call friend, a business partner. He's got so many titles, he wears a lot of hats, but he's a friend to all of us, and he's a business partner to all of us, and he's a mentor to all of us. My name for you new folks is Niall Eddy. I live in Southwest Florida. That's why I was so happy to welcome Cindy from the Florida area, the Sunshine State. I've been in the industry for 33 years now. I've known the co-founders of RRR247 for 29 of those 33 years, and I think I might be getting close to 30 out of 34. I'm not exactly sure. I got to sit down and do the math when I got time one day. But it's been a great ride. I've got to know them early in my career. I was only around for a couple of years, obviously. This career opened up some doors for me that kind of changed the direction of my life. I was a construction worker that hurt his back, went back to school to be an aviation mechanic, went to work at the airport after getting out of school. Turning a wrench when I was introduced to this industry. It was just something I wanted to do part-time, supplement my income, spoil my kids a little bit more, because I was all about my kids. And if I could make an extra, $500 or $1,000 a month involved with a company that I was having a good time being involved with, then everything was going to work out just fine. Well, I realized right away that was one of my smaller goals that I've set with this company. And I only worked at that airport for about 6 months, quit my job, walked away from my JOB. That was 33 years ago. About a year into the business, I was looking for a voicemail to help me build my business nationwide. Everybody told me I had to talk to this Rory guy that worked for a big telecom company. I got a hold of him. He hooked me up with the voicemail that I needed to advertise all over the country. And he also gave me a voicemail that as I built a network of people around the country, I could leave a message on the system and shoot it out to everybody at the same time. That sounds like nothing to everybody today, doesn't it? But it was 1992. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have any of the technology we had today. But we had this young kid working for a telecom company that had this understanding of mass communication and a passion to be a part of it. And that was Mr. Rory Rickard. I got to meet him when I attended an event in Miami that I found out he was attending. Looked for him, had dinner together, drank a drink on the beach, watching the sun go down in Miami and South Beaches. That's what you do when you're in Miami, right? But we got to talk about our families, our children, our lives, the future, where it was going. And I seen this young kid with the ability to look you in the eyes when he talks to you and never look away, because you really did care about what you were saying. You wanted to get to know you. You wanted to know how you ticked. You wanted to know what he could do to have a positive impact on your life. I could see that in him. And I knew right away that day when I met him, it was great that he had an uncanny ability to predict future trends, future markets, what's happening, what's going out there. Over the years, I've seen a lot of things. Just about everything that Rory has introduced me to, we've made incredible money at. But the best part is we got to help a lot of other people along the way. They're true servant leaders, our co-founders. I got to meet him first. Then I flew out to Utah to meet his wonderful wife, Tanya, a few years later. And I met two people that just complement each other very well. He's got an incredible techie brain, right? She's got an incredible organizing skill that together, they created this power couple that has a lot of passion to go out to the world and help as many people as they can. Stacy, I think when we got started, it was 1 million families. Then we watched it turn into 5 million families. Then we watched that turn into 10 million families. And now we are pushing them to say 50 million families, because why not? Let's go global. Let's help as many people as we can. Let's try to stomp out poverty on this planet. Let's lift people up. Let's give them that lift up instead of knocking them down like the rest of the world wants to do. Let's give them an out. Let's give them a chance to build financial freedom. I got involved with the Rickards because I seen incredible human beings, and that was 29 years ago. He started off as a lead generation guy. He built incredible businesses, became the top lead gen guy out there. And he started building websites, and he built great websites. And we tried a lot of different websites back then too. Nobody could produce like his websites did. Even that first one that looked like a flyer on the internet that we were excited about putting color on it, Matt. Just putting color on the flyer was incredible back then, right? And then Rory started building that second generation stuff and pages, behind the pages, until it just kept evolving into the system that he fully put together 15 years ago called the Performance Blogging System, PBS, where we got hundreds of pages inside a main page that all represent different products and services that we get to take to the marketplace, that we get to go out there and have a positive impact on other people's lives with, while we are also building ourselves an incredible business. There's nothing else out there like it. 33 years I've been around this industry, and it's never been as fun as it is right now. It's never been as good as we have it right now. Rory and Tandy have taken a lot of the friction points away of what it takes to run and start and operate a business and succeed at it. All the reasons why most people fail or give up or quit right before they're successful, they've taken that away. They've taken that risk away. They truly are servant leaders who want to build something, take it global, and give every human being on the planet the opportunity to get the kind of financial freedom or time freedom that we've been able to experience over the last 3 decades. This industry opened up doors for me, like I said, I didn't know before. Went from construction to mechanic to this. I didn't know anything about this industry. I went to an event one day and I see these guys walking across stage, and the bonuses that they were getting on top of their income were just killing me. It was blowing me away. So I wanted to know what made them tick. How did this work? How did they do that? And every single one of those people that I met, I shook their hands and the answers were all the same. And it led me to believe one thing: there's no difference between me and them. They've just been doing it longer than I have. So I knew if I put the time in and I didn't quit on myself and I didn't give up and I stuck around the flagpole, like Jim Rohn says, those who stick around get paid. I believed in that. And I dove in. I became a student of the industry. I met great people like Rory and Tanya. And we got to meet great people all over the planet. The leadership that Rory and Tanya built around themselves has spread out, developing more leadership. And we're going to go after 50 million families. 100 million families. If we can have a positive impact on 10 households and 10 families every single week, then we're doing our job. And it's a great thing to be a part of. We go to bed at night, sleep very, very well. Get up in the morning, I pinch myself and go, I can't believe this is what I get to do every single day. This is what I get to do. I can't wait to get to my job. How many people can say they can't wait to get to their job? I can. I love getting to my desk. I love going to work. I love trying to figure out who I'm going to get to help today. Even if I've got a chest cold and I can't, if I laugh, I start coughing, right, Chelsea? I got to mute myself 2 or 3 times throughout the call and say, excuse me. I still love what I do, no matter how bad I'm feeling. And that is a great time, a great feeling to be alive like that. So these are the 2 people that we're involved with, people who get up every morning, have a cup of coffee and say, how can we help more people? What can we add to the system? What's coming in? What can we bring on board? What can we do to help train everybody? What can we do to make a difference in their lives? And that's how they start every day. They're my friends, my brother, my sister, our mentors, our leaders, the co-founders of RRR247. I'm going to introduce one of them to you right now, Mr. Rory Rickard, my brother in time. Where is he? He's here somewhere. The microphone is yours.
Thanks, Niall.
There he is.
I am so pumped for today. I hope I don't go too fast. So I'm gonna do something that I don't usually do. Niall, if I talk too fast, you have permission to slow me down. All right, I'm gonna try to control it. But Tanny and I, we just got back from being in Waikiki doing the training. We had a lot of I call it RRR time, right? We are really focusing on where things are gonna go. We do this in a very big way throughout the time of the year. And usually the summertime, the kids get out of school in May. We're empty nesters now. Winter just graduated college, okay? So at the moment, the Rickard family here has nobody in school. Malik's out of preschool for the summer, right? So that pattern still goes, and that we're on that grandparent side. And so what we usually do is we look at the summer and we try to evaluate where we are, where we're going, and what needs to happen. Because typically in our lead generation business, this was the time when we would take family vacations, pack up the kids, fly to Florida for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, go to Mexico, whatever we would do, and pour into family time. And when we started this whole RRR247 thing back in 2008, we did that less and less because this is a nonstop process. We don't shut down any of our businesses ever. We run them 24/7 because there's a lot of families that we're supporting. Because we have hundreds. This is our full-time income. And that's a lot of awesome responsibility to grow. So over the years, we've transformed this to what can we do to boost things forward. And we have these live events that have become part of what we do. They're part of our routine now. They come up in the fall, right? This is the second year we're doing the harvest event, and we're adapting that going forward. We talked about that already, but that's the Labor Day weekend. And that's a new trend where Labor Day weekend is a huge celebration for what we did for the year with our number one anchor offer. And going forward, it'll definitely encompass RRR247. It's our time. Okay. And that is ideal. And I'm going to let you guys know where this is at, because we've been really focusing on who we are, what we're doing, how we're going forward. Okay. And so that's what that event is, and then next year we're transforming it to a whole leadership retreat as well, right? We're doing a leadership summit. We're calling it a summit. So we can get hundreds of us there and really focus on growth at the different levels and tiers of what's here. And this is all because of how awesome we are. And I say it's all our top MSIs, our PSIs, our GSIs, our instructors on how we are getting people up and going and duplicating. And now we can really start, pressing to get to the next tier of, where we're adding thousands a month, not just hundreds. And that's where we need to be to get to the reach where we know we can go. And so when you see this and you can see the vision happening down the road, and it's not that far, it's extremely exciting. I'm going to tell you, Tanya and I have hit every milestone that has, created the path of what the vision is to get this out to more and more homes. We're hitting every single one. And so we go strive for that next one. And Niall brings it up there because, at first I was just trying to help 100,000 homes. I thought that would be a really big thing if we could do it. And now I know we'll hit that just in stride. It'll just happen. So now it's millions. And based on exponential growth and the proven process of developing instructors and people that are part of our utopian society here to pay it forward and make the world a better place one family at a time, we can hit millions. The vision's clear. So now it's, you get pretty excited when you see that happening and you're part of that. And this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing with my life here on this planet. I know my purpose. It makes me wake up every morning ready to go, fully batteries are charged, go, go, go. It's amazing. And I get to share that with a lot of these instructors that are like, all of a sudden they're like, Rory, I love what I do. Like, I really love this. I'm like, yeah, I know, I get it every day. So I want to go over where things are. I'm going to roll out some other stuff here too. But I want to make sure everybody's a recap. If you're brand new, take this in one step at a time and just know that your instructor is going to be walking you through an awesome process of training. You'll understand all of this. Just follow it in order. Make sure you attend these Tuesday calls. This is where, myself, Tanya, our top instructors get to share with you guys all weekly. This is your business call. It's part of what should be your routine. Now, I'm going to go over some routines because they're very important to have. But I'm also, I'm going to break things up a little bit and give you guys some timelines for this week. So we just had a founders update with Bella Vita, our number 2 anchor offer. Went right up to this call. We have a lot of announcements from there that I want to recap and cover. So let me do that first. And I know a lot of you guys are on there. We had really good numbers on there. They just keep updating things. Niall and I, we're part of that Bella Vita Leadership Committee, the VLC. We're on with Costa and Jeff and the rest of the VLC every other Friday, basically. We have a set meeting time, and we get on for 1 to 2 hours and just recap where things are at, where things are going. We get to test new products. We get a lot of input in things. And you guys, they rolled out the customer incentive to become a customer versus a guest. That was direct feedback from us to get that going and to update that. And we're going to put a lot more emphasis on getting customers through our blogging. And we're going to be putting a lot of focus on that here in the next 2 months leading up to the September events. We're going to put a lot of focus on what to do as a PBS blogger and how to do this in social media and everything else too. We're going to put a lot of emphasis on that in trainings. So we're going to touch base on those on Tuesdays, and we're going to follow up on the Saturday morning trainings. Let me go back to this. The tickets opened up tonight. What I mean by tickets opened up is before, the Bella Vita conference is, and this is the one we want everybody at, okay? If you want to know what you need to do to get your business going, you want to focus on getting on these calls, but you want to set yourself up to be at the live event. This should be your yearly routine. So we should have daily routines, weekly routines, and monthly and yearly routines. And I'm going to really emphasize these on these next couple of weeks because this is what makes somebody more successful than somebody else. It's the same time in the day. It's what we do at that time, what we prioritize, and how we structure and what we expect of ourselves. And that is all controlled by the routines we create, the patterns of work and work results that we create, right? You can sit down and say you're at work and do nothing for 3 hours if you go down a rabbit hole, right? You can say you're working, but you're down a rabbit hole and you're not making any money because you're not doing anything that's a pattern to build your business. So all of this has to be kind of structured. And I've got some stuff that I'm going to get to here in a second, but what I really want to do is really focus on a couple key elements today that are really critical in this whole pattern making. So on the yearly pattern, everybody should be planning to make both the events, okay? If there's 2 events you go to a year, if there's 2 events you go to a year, we have our Labor Day event for wine, and we have our Accelerate event for Bella Vita. Now, Bella Vita does other leadership summits and everything else that comes up, but the biggest events, the ones that have all the days of productivity, are in the fall. So as you're starting out, that should be the focus, that you hit the fall events, okay? Now, this year, as we're in our second year of doing the Wine Ambassador Harvest event, it's a 1-day event. This year, if you have to choose between the two, and I know people have had to do that, we want you to choose the Bella Vita Accelerate event. You're going to miss a great time in Napa, but we have training days and special things to help your business even more at the Accelerate event in Dallas, Texas. So if you have to choose between the two, choose Accelerate event. If you can go to both, that's ideal. And if you can't hit both, next year, try to make both happen, okay? Next year, we're going to try to hit both happen, and we'll work with Costa and Jeff to see if we can move it into early or mid-October and space it out a little bit. Labor Day weekend is set. We have massive permit issues with Napa, Napa City. It's an interesting thing, but it's also that's the best time for harvest for everybody to plan on it. Rates are usually exceptionally good during that time too for what we're doing, but it is harvest, so it's always up. So routines, get that going. I'm going to go back on the Accelerate stuff. Tickets only. I know we have a lot of people that are committed to going to the Accelerate event in Dallas. That they already have people that have rooms. They're waiting to get those tickets. They're available now, and they're available for $449. That includes everything in the event, both lunches Friday and Saturday, the big gala event, which is pretty much half the ticket is that gala dinner. That gala dinner is awesome. Guys, we wear tuxes or nice suits. Women, you get to wear a gala gown and have a lot of fun. And I love the planning that goes into those. And you guys, that is a 1-night celebration. It's a big deal, okay? We have 2 of those a year. We have the gala event with Bella Vita, and then we have the Wine Ambassador Harvest event on Labor Day. Big, and that's, Napa chic. And you should see what people wear. It is awesome. It is so freaking cool. And we are so happy to be part of it. And I always like explain it to when people ask me, what we do when we explain that harvest event. It's like something you would see in a Hollywood movie. And last year, that's exactly what it was. It was so freaking awesome. We do that every year, right? That's what we're doing. It's part of what we are. So back to the Accelerate tickets. They're available. Get those in. There's limited seats. Yeah, and you guys, it's not just RRR247 going. We're part of Bella Vita. And typically we represent, anywhere from 50% to 75% of the room. Bella Vita is a growing, thriving company. We picked a home run. All right. No shock. We know Costa. I've known him for a long time. He's a mentor of mine, and we knew it was a good thing. But it's been amazing that during these crazy times, we've picked some winners that are just growing. Right, wine is solid. Bella Vita is super solid, and we've got some great things on the horizon. Right, so I'm gonna put this out there. That Accelerate event, everybody here, even if you're brand new and you're not totally sure where everything is, talk with your instructor, get to that event in Dallas. It will be impactful and it'll change your life. You're going to see things in a whole different way. You're going to be able to see what the vision really is in a bigger scope. And we get to share that energy in person. You cannot beat it. Okay? Get yourself to Dallas, Texas. Now we're gonna get this as a yearly pattern, right? We're gonna have these two, incredible live events every year. They're all in the same time period, and as incentives for marketers get perks, right? You guys hear me say this all the time. And Stacy, now you guys are watching the button, letting people in, right? All right. I'm gonna start bringing some stuff on the beginning of the call so that those that are here early are gonna get some special treats. So. Back in. So it's that Dallas event. I'm going to go back to that. We know they're launching a fifth product. Niall and I absolutely know what it is. We may not be taking it now. I know, don't hit mute. I'm okay, Niall. But we know they're going to announce it and they're going to release it at that event. We also know they're going to release a bunch of technical stuff that helps us market at that event. This is why we do a RRR247 day on that Sunday following the Friday, Saturday Accelerate event, is so we can go to work immediately. We don't lose time. We know that once you leave that event, you're going to go back to your life and those patterns, which may slow you down from taking advantage of what they just gave us with huge, huge promotional wins that we need to act on. So we do that on Sunday. We're also rolling out some incredible training on how to communicate and grow your business better, how, the words you use better. All sorts of things are going to start opening up in training that we do on that Sunday. Okay, we have special guests that'll be speaking, people that you'll be able to talk to during that incredible day. All right, that's Sunday. That's why we have everybody get the tickets. Make sure you're booking the room to come in on Thursday, so you're there for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and leave Monday. Some of you are leaving on Tuesday. Tanya and I are going to be there all day Monday at the hotel, touching base with a lot of different groups and stuff and to be set up. All right. Sunday night, we're going to be rolling out some dinner things where you can go to dinner with your MSIs will be doing some things. We're going to be doing some stuff for special dinners on Sunday, including with Tanya and I. Friday night, you guys will get information. IBO is sponsoring a dinner for us, location to be announced. It's going to be incredible Texas barbecue, most likely. I'll leave it there. Okay. I'm trying to work out some details. I need to get the head count. I got to plan some stuff. It's a big deal. So I'm going over with the MSIs, PSIs, and GSIs over commitments on who's going to be there and make sure we have the tickets in. Okay. Because we like to coordinate having a lot of fun. We also like to coordinate some perks for all of us. You guys, we are not just a rep of one thing. We are marketers, okay? And we have a system that allows us to run a virtual shopping mall offering any and all categories we deem necessary to market. We create multiple streams of income in a process that people have told me I was crazy when I talked about it decades ago, and yet it's proven awesomeness already, right? Over and over again. We have people making several different payments of incomes every day, every week, every month coming in. We're making money from Google AdSense. We're making money from Wine. We're making money from Bella Vita. We're making money from Vivo. We're making money from all these programs in Cash Network Direct. And we're adding to these with key things and new things on a steady basis. We're building up our marketing, okay? And we're gonna be focusing on everybody doing a better job of that with their own business. And the best way to focus on that is this whole thing about routines. So I'm gonna really get you guys in step with that on these Tuesday calls. So back to the routine of the yearly event. Make sure you're planning on that every year. Don't put it off. You schedule around it. You know what's coming. You make it your mandatory thing. This is our office time. We have office time together twice in the fall, and I would consider that mandatory for your success. It'll make a huge difference. It'll take somebody that's doing this in a hobby stance, and it'll jump them to part-time and full-time. And it'll take some that are doing this full-time to part-time to make it a career, life-changing with life-changing income too. It'll change how you think. And that's really where things are gonna change for you. You know, if you have a taste for making 10 grand a week, you're going to apply more and do more to make 10 grand a week with us, as opposed to if you only have a taste for 2 grand a month. It's a fact. I've seen it. I'm watching it go. My number one issue with getting a student to be successful is getting them to actually believe they're worth it. To actually get them to believe that their self-worth is worth them making more money. They deserve more money. They deserve more out of everything here. Getting you to believe that is the hardest thing we do. That's it. That's it. You want to know what the hard thing for us to do? Getting you to change your taste. Once someone has a taste, they're willing to show up to get it. They're willing to manifest for it. They're willing to put the actual work in properly to do it, and they don't self-sabotage themselves by going down rabbit holes on YouTube or Instagram or television, right? They don't sit down and do work and really just get off in la la land reading posts about something else. You'll learn how to focus because you put yourself first. You will prioritize your time in order to get what you want to get. It's all routines. It's in what we do. You know, it's in doing it repeatedly, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. That's how this works. That's how people make more money and create more things. And we've got the systems to do it where we don't need to work harder. We just got to work smarter and leverage our time by building teams properly. Because we've already got this all figured out. We're just trying to teach you how to do it and get you to repeat the same patterns that you need to live by to make this work better for you. That's really that's our hardest thing that we're doing, right? Is getting you to get in line with your priorities and what you want to get out of this. Okay. There's going to be a lot of technical rollouts that's going to help our jobs and marketing get better. That's going to come at the event in September, at the Accelerate event in September. And I'm just going to tell you guys, I wish I could tell you what it was, because if you knew, I think some people would really make sure you get there. So here's the thing is, I can't tell you what it is, right? They want to make sure you show up to get it to everybody. And there is a true, what I call, well, FOMO, fear of missing out. Everybody that's there at the live events gets a heads up. They also get time to market heads up. And we always get promotional rewards for showing up. I'll leave it there. You want to be there. Like, it's something you need to do every year. Okay. I'm going to drive it at you guys, because I'm not going to ask your permission to make you better. I'm going to assume that you want to make more money. You want to have a better life with time and financial freedom, or you wouldn't be here. So then I'm just going to lead you to do what you need to do to get that, because I know how to do it, and I'll show you how I do it, right? If you do what I do, you get what I get. I don't miss events. And, I always am relearning something that I learned before, and like, oh my gosh, I stopped doing that. Why did I stop doing that? You get back on track. Even I learn from these events every single time. I get new inspiration. I get, I see a different way of doing something that may not have been working before. I'll hear from somebody that's doing something that I never even thought of doing. All sorts of things happen. one good idea can equate to several thousands in more revenues from what we do as marketers. You know, it's us being driven, us doing the insight. We're writing constantly, right? We're doing copy constantly. We get new buzzwords. Everything adds to what we do and putting ourselves in that environment, okay? It's our office time, as Tanya always states. It's our office time together. And we have it for, you know, less than a week, you know, 4 or 5 days. And I promise you guys, when it's over, it's saying goodbye sucks because we're starting to make a lot of momentum happen. It's addictive. And then we got to go home. And we're back on the Zooms and we're going again to build up to the next time. And I got to tell you, I mean, we just left, you know, our top leaders just left Waikiki when we were there. And Patty and I stayed back as we were meeting with Matt and everything there and doing the stuff we're doing. And it's like, we know we're going to see him in a couple of months, but it still sucks saying goodbye. I try to avoid it sometimes. It's like, you guys are family. We're doing this routine together and helping people and growing. It's just life. It's just awesome, right? So we want to get these routines going with everybody, and I'm gonna keep focused on this. There is going to be awesome things at that event that you're going to be so glad you went. So get to Dallas, okay? The tickets are available. If you don't have a room yet, get your ticket. Right? Get the room. The room packages are still amazing. Guys, that rate for that room is the best we've ever seen. And I'm talking like I don't remember the rates being that good for a room, even going back 2 decades. You guys, it's usually around the lowest. We always say keep it under $200 a night. It'll be great for everybody. This is $150 a night. Okay, I haven't seen you guys, and we're not staying in like a Motel 6. Okay, it's a really nice hotel. Right, I believe it's a 4-star. It might be a 5. It's based on the amenities. I'm pretty sure they have a spa, so that they're probably a 5-star hotel. Nice, awesome rooms, nice, awesome beds. Restaurants are right there. But you guys, there's not going to be a cheaper hotel rate around the corner. There's not going to be like a way to save money with the Airbnbs. So you're better to stay off at the host hotel. And I know there's still rooms available because Costa bought blocks of rooms. And we can get them right from our back office. So I'm going to just stress, get to Dallas, okay? I'm also going to stress this, and I wrote this note down here. I'm going to be going over numbers and commitments with every MSI team here, every PSI team, every GSI team here on our calls later after this call. And I want to make sure we know what the number count is because I'm trying to get our dinner put together for Friday night. I want to know how many hundreds of us are going to be there. So we know how much we're gonna, budget for it and make sure it's gonna be a fun night, right? We're on our own for dinner Friday night, so we get to do that. And then Saturday night, we have the gala dinner, which is freaking awesome. It's always amazing food and amazing, night. And we're gonna really push to make that happen. We're all gonna push to make that happen, right? Guys are gonna get suits and tuxes. Women are going to get those gala dresses. It's going to be awesome picture taking for all of us. It's just fun. It's something. I mean, it's like reliving a prom night, only none of the prom problems, right? It's us adults getting to dress up, enjoy what we've achieved and what our teams are achieving, and to get ready and manifesting for what we're going to do the next year. These are epic times to have. And I know a lot of you have never done anything like this before. Let me tell you something. Your life's about to change if you let us help you change it. You got to show up. You got to let us show you what we've done, what we do to keep this building. Okay. There's a lot of promotions going on all across everything. You guys, we do that. It's almost too much. And if you guys just do the work, do what we line out, marketers get perks. And the more you help market, the more you help build, and that's with you and your whole effect of your teams that we build, the more rewards we get. It's always been that way. Production gets results. Marketers get perks. When you're successfully marketing and connecting products and services with consumers, we connect those, we get rewarded for it really well. right now with Bella Vita and the event, everything that's going on, there is so much reward just for putting customers in, for putting, members in, other ambassadors, growing the teams. And we've got the means and the people coming in. We have 500 new people every day looking at this program as an opportunity to make extra money online. We can't reach them all. And I'm working my darndest to get more of them to call in, get connected, and to do the outreach. So when you hear us focusing on the V marketing and everything, it is incredible the opportunity we have there just to connect and show people how this works. And by doing that, we're going to pay it forward, train them, but we get to win when they win. That's how this whole utopian process works here. And I'm going to be really stressing it with the instructors on the next call. So this Saturday, I believe it's the 9th. I should probably look at my calendar to make sure I'm saying this right.
Correct.
Thank you. July 9th. Okay. Let me tell you what I'm going to be doing July 9th, and you guys are all welcome to be there. Starting at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. I'm just going to give you my time zones. I'm going to be on to do the PBS training hour. Okay. And I'm going to focus on routines on what to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, monthly and yearly. I'm going to focus on routines this Saturday. All right. I put a hint out about it last week. I'm covering it a little bit more now, but I'm going to really break it down on Saturday for that hour. The next hour, which is 10 o'clock Mountain, you guys all know your time zones, is the Wine Ambassador training hour. And let's see, who's doing it this Wednesday, or is that you, Stacy?
Yes, it's me.
Okay, so Saturday, Stacy will be training on Wine Ambassador, and I'm gonna ask to borrow some time out of there. I'm gonna steal the time. I'm gonna be doing some training on the specifics of the Grapevine 3.0 and how that's working, and we're gonna be doing that over the next few weeks because there's a lot to roll out. Then at 11 o'clock for 1 hour max. Okay, 1 hour max. I'm going to be on there to help people with Google AdSense approval or problems. That's been going very well. We're with less and less people having problems. We're getting more and more approvals. So if anybody has had a problem, they've received a rejection, they don't know what they did, or they got a weird rejection letter, we address that during that hour this Saturday. Okay. Then from noon to 6 p.m., I'm going to do a marathon. We're going to be doing PBS page building, how to build pages, because this is super important. Rolling out for the summer, getting ready for the holidays, PBS page building, and ad posting. I'm going to do my best to do like a 50-50 blend, but we'll see where creativity goes when I build pages. So it might be 4 hours, 2 hours. It's going to be whatever my brain decides to let me focus on. I'm going to do another marathon on that Saturday. Okay, when the summers are hot, you have AC in the home. Sometimes I go to coffee shops and I kick around. You know, the hot days you can do things, but I set routines up where I power focus on building pages and getting stuff set out there. When you build a PBS page properly, 1 hour can create thousands of dollars in income. 1 hour. I do it all the time. And I'm going to be doing some off the wall PBS pages on Saturday, meaning may not be about any of our products that we directly do, might be on some weird topic. It might be on something that I'm going to be chasing keywords on. I'm going to be showing you the meat and potatoes of the other things that I do that brings traffic in addition to our anchors and our main stuff. Sometimes I don't want to write about wine anymore. I always add it in somewhere though. But sometimes I don't want to write about the Bella Vita stuff anymore. Maybe I already did 2 pages that week. Maybe I want to vent about something that happened in my life and I want to see if I can monetize it some other way. Things come up. These things add up. You guys, I wrote an article on freaking McDonald's that's made me thousands of dollars. It took me an hour and a half, and I did it in a training years ago. I'm still getting paid from that freaking hour. This is the stuff I want to show you guys because it's so much easier than you realize it. And I think just doing that over and over again. So we're going to focus on that on this marathon this Saturday. I got the green light from Tanya today, and I came back just super enthused to really do a summer push with you guys on content, posting ads, content, placing things out there. I think it's because there's so many more getting Google AdSense. I want to show you guys how to make sure you maximize what that means. And it's also going to give you more exposure to everything we have. It's all part of that circular process that we live and prove out every single day. Right. So as you guys know, on the marathons, you can come and go. You can be there for the whole thing. I give you some time to plan on it. Normally, I like to give a 2-week time zone or a 2-week launch. That's what we're going to be doing Saturday. During that time, you are welcome just to watch, follow, duplicate, copy. You know, I'm going to record it. I'll put it up on YouTube when I'm done. But when you're there live, it's set time to work. Okay. Now, one of these routines that I'm going to be going over, you guys, the MSIs, they constantly make Tanya and I just smile. They come up with things to make the teams better and better and better. They are becoming more and more just concise on it. Their routine, we're watching their routines get better, right? And it makes stronger teams. And the more, we create more and more teams because that's how we're going to reach millions of people, right? And having all these MSIs on the same page with us, sharing that same vision is awesome. And we're going to be doing everything we can to increase the MSIs in the organization, in our utopian society here. So we're going to be, making sure we're teaching and building up the instructors and finding those that want to build the teams and those that want to step up into leadership. And here's the thing, no previous experience is necessary. We're here to teach you how to do things. We've got processes and things in place that you just got to learn how to apply and adapt those patterns into your life. It's all about patterns, routines, same thing. A routine is a pattern, right? And we want to just adjust our patterns on what we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to achieve what we want based on the priorities that we feel we deserve. That's what we're going to focus on. And I'm going to spend an hour going over it specifically with examples and setting things up. And here's the thing. You may only have 2 hours a week that you can set aside for this priority of yours. That's fine. Start with 2 hours. You'll find more time. You'll be able to develop more time as things shift. I watch people when they get Google AdSense, they start writing more. I see the activity on the servers go up. It changes things. So I'm gonna just kind of recap the way that things go from being brand new to becoming established and part of the routine here at RRR247. Brand new, you come in, you get set up with a PBS, and your instructor is going to walk you through it. Your walk through session 1 and session 2, which gets you adapted to our anchor offers and the circular way on why it works the way it does, right? The 2 marketing premises. We make sure you really understand what a marketing house is and how it works with what we do as performance bloggers. Then we explain the marketing premise of the shopping mall, because those anchor stores or anchor offers are how we're able to drive traffic without being in a demographic location that people have to come to us. We don't have that option, right? Because we're on the web everywhere. We got to find a way to bring people to us. So that's the shopping mall premise. Then we got to make sure our content's authored by us individually so that we're represented for SEO and content marketing with organic search, which is one of our legs of marketing. And we do that by modifying the pages. We start with the anchor offers, and then we go modify all of our kiosk offers. That's what we do in step 2. And once we've properly done that and posted ads and generated traffic through ad posting, social media posting mainly, because SEO takes a while. Those prime the punch, they prime the pumps for SEO to kick in. Then we apply for Google AdSense, right? We add response magic and get our email marketing system going. And we set that up on our system, then we apply for Google AdSense. Now, if we've done everything properly and we've modified the pages that were primarily the author, you've modified them almost 100%, right? Made them yours, you should get Google AdSense, especially if you've got some traffic hitting your system. Then we start posting more ads. We start submitting for SEO. We start doing other things to increase our traffic. And we become steady in our routine of building new pages, posting ads out, and constantly focusing on our anchor offers to drive traffic in. We do things to build up to get attraction on keywords and SEO with organic search, and that's what we're going to focus on other areas of. Now, we focus on our key anchors because they pay the most for us for the time in. But we also want to diversify and constantly put our reach out there, because if we get one page to hit page 1 or page 2 in organic search, doesn't matter the keyword, that traffic will help prime everything to go. Just one of those. And I'm going to show you how to do multiples of that. We're going to get back to some basics. From there, we tie you into what's called our paid marketing, and we call it V marketing. It stands for victory. We like to victory it, right? We want to have victories, small ones and big ones, and everything in between. And our victory marketing starts off with SMS texting and doing the setting to connect people that want our system that didn't buy to connect with an instructor to hear from them how it works. That's one way we grow our teams. The second is we work with student leads. Like I told you, we have like 500 a day coming in, people that want to make money posting ads from home, like a lot of you guys started out with, and they just got to see how the system works. We got to represent it. And getting a hold of them, having them call in, reaching out to them, that's our number one challenge there. And it creates an awesome opportunity. And we get you involved in that as a student, and then eventually as an instructor in training, and then as an instructor learning the processes. And that gives you time to start making money. And as you're making money from Google AdSense, as you're making money from the anchor offers, as you're making money from the teamwork and everything that's there, your believability that, oh my gosh, this system is going to work for me and I can build a legacy business just gets better and better and better and better. And the stronger that becomes, we've watched people that have never wanted to talk to anybody be willing to train somebody and pay it forward. And that's what's going to propel us to millions and millions of users here. That's what's going to help us help millions and millions of homes. There you guys have it, right? And there's the steps in there. When we're going to focus on the routines, they're going to allow that to happen. We're going to focus on what you need to do every day to make that happen for you. And here's the perks, right? Marketers get paid really well. If you become a very solid instructor here and you're helping build teams, you're making incredible money here. That's how it works. The more you help others, the bigger the teams become, the more marketing we're reaching out there, the more sales we're creating, the more revenues there are to share, and the better it becomes. And we have a way to do it where we don't have to work our butts off 24 hours a day. We let our systems work 24 hours a day. We follow the right patterns and routines to build what we want to build, right? I know how to break it down if you want 5,000 a week or 500 a week. I know what you need to do to get that to happen. It's a system. It works the same for all of us here. You just got to plug in and know a routine to do for that. And I'm going to focus on those specifically on Saturday on that first hour. Okay, now I'm going to tell you guys this on Saturday. Have some nuts. Niall and I both like those fruit wedges. We have a little bit of a treat every now and then. I keep dark chocolate covered caramels with sea salt handy because that just adds to it, right? I celebrate usually with a sweet after I complete a page or complete a series of posting of ads. Have some snacks ready, right? Have beverages ready. I have some stuff that I like, and I'll have a bunch of them here. I'll have the fridge full of Topo Chico mineral waters. I like the grapefruit and lime. I'm not sure. I'll probably have both in the fridge, and I'll be rotating those. Get some favorite, sparkling waters. I have my brains. They're always right here. I got my youth and I'll have brains. I'll go through several brains on Saturday. I usually do it with everybody. And I'm going to be set and ready for a huge production day. Now, I might get 6 pages done. I might get 10 pages done. And those 10 pages are going to ensure, because I'm going to do them right, and you guys are going to see how I do them. They are going to basically ensure that I make thousands of dollars more for that one day of work. And that money will come in for years, years and years. That's the power of performance blogging. That's the power we have with our PBS. And I'm going to be able to show you guys and explain it during the marathon time on Saturday. So I'm going to wrap this up, and then we're going to get on with the instructors. And because we didn't do that yesterday because of the holiday, I'm going to let you guys know that I am going to push on them really hard to get every one of their students to Texas. We know where we are. I'm going to go back to this. Tanny and I see where we're at. We know where we're going. And in order to take as many as we can to get there, we've got to be in your focused attention. That live event is better than 100 Zooms. It's the energy and the power and the time spent for the knowledge and inspiration gained. You cannot beat a live event. So because we know where we're going, we're going to push on it really hard. So I know some of you are probably going, I've never gone to a live event. That's not for me. I don't really see the importance of it. It's because you haven't been to one. All right. And you haven't been to ours. And the combination of that Accelerate event with Costa and what Jeff does, going from that to what we do on Sunday, you are going to be lit up with excitement and promise. You're going to see, oh my gosh, I can achieve my dreams. I can see how this is going to happen. That's what you're going to take away from it. Now, that's something else that I'm going to just bring it up right now. I'm working with students always. I love it, right? And when I'm talking to somebody, especially over the age of 40, it is horrifyingly sad how many of you have given up on dreams that you had for your life, and how many have bought into the crap that's going on in this world, thinking you're never going to have the travel experiences. You're not going to be able to do what you thought you were going to do when you're retired. You're not going to be able to do X and Y, Z with your grandkids. You're not going to be able to do this. Like, I'm hearing the dream kills, and it is just not okay. I'm here to tell you, you can have every dream you ever wanted. You just got to find the pattern to make it happen. We have that here. Now, if you want to be a movie star, I don't know about that dream per se, but there's things we can do that are somewhat like that. I mean, the social media fandom is real. But if you want to travel and see the world and you just think it's out of reach, it's not. If you want to be that grandparent that can go see your grandkids all the time, you can. If you want to be buying new cars every few years because you really like cars, you can do that too. Anything monetary, spiritual, all your goals can be achieved. Time and financial freedom allows you to do so much. You guys, what we get to do, and I'm going to cover in the routines, if you do it properly, you get to where you can go into a maintenance mode and build at a steady pace and grow faster than you ever thought possible, because the things are in place to do that. The team's in place to do that. The methods are in place. It's a system. It's based on you guys, if I can do it, you can do it. I give you access to do everything I've already done. All right. I'm not telling you to go do something that I think we can do. I'm telling you to do something I already know we can do. The amount of income that an individual can make by following the performance blogging system and everything we have intact to it is incredible. You can absolutely become a millionaire doing what we're doing. And I'm going to tell you from personal experience, there's not a lot in life you can't do when you're bringing in more than $1 million a year net. You have the most amazing business in front of you with the most incredibly low and liquidating cost to build. Tanny and I provide the marketing to help you guys grow at exponential rates so you can learn how to do that on our dime, investing in you with our philanthropy. You can build an amazing business that your overhead is so small and doesn't grow as you grow your check. That's unheard of. We figured it out. We share that with you so we know what we can do. We just need you to fall in line with the patterns. We need you to get out of the environment of being an employee and turn into being a partner and treat this like your business and learn how to grow and expand it properly. Learn the skills along the way that you need to help inspire and help others. We do that with you. No experience is necessary here. We train within because we know we have a way that works. It's a system. Everything's systematized. That being said, God bless. From Tanya and I, we love you guys so much. We are so happy you're part of what we're doing. We are so happy to do this, and we want to see everybody in person. We live for that. It gives us amazing amounts of joy. And, you know, I want to see hundreds and hundreds. Everybody here should be there in Dallas, Texas, September 22nd through the 26th. Get there. Tickets are available, and I'm going to be pushing on the MSIs to reach out like hard. I'm going to ask them like never before. So if you start feeling a lot of pressure, it's coming right from Tanya and I. We want you to have an incredible life. We want to make sure we teach you how to do it each and every step of the way and just show you what we've already proven out. We're gonna focus on the routines, the organization, in addition to the actual work that needs to be done. It doesn't matter how I show you how the system works if you can't get a pattern in your life to execute on it, right? So we're gonna focus on both. Tanya and I have just, in lots of prayer and meditation, we're seeing that it doesn't matter how great our system is if you guys can't organize your life to take advantage of it. So guess what? We're not going to sit back and wait for you to do it. We're going to lead. We're going to come at you headstrong and show you how to do it. God bless. See you guys on the Wine and Dine show tomorrow and on the training Saturday. And we have all the trainings that go on. You guys know where they're at. Follow your instructors. We got this. God bless. Love you. And there is not a PPPS call tonight because I need all the instructors, including Linda and Nell, to be on the instructor call next. So if you're staying tuned for that, I will say this. If you aren't doing the IBO program and you qualify for it, get in. We have 72 slots available right now, and I know there's more coming around the corner. So get on that list. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's on step 1. Go to the very bottom. It's RRR247.com/master. Go to the very bottom. The video that's on the bottommost of that page explains the IBO program. Get with your instructor about it. Get going on that. I'm going to put a lot of emphasis on that here too because we just got more slots. That gives you $750 a month. Costs you nothing. You have to qualify for it. But that is an amazing godsend. That program's just been getting better and better and better. And the people running that for us in the back end are getting just awesomely growing to make this a better situation for everybody. That program is real. Watch that video, and it tells you how to get in contact with Chloe. Your instructor knows how to get that set up, but talk to your instructor about it. Okay. All right. I got right here at 8 o'clock. See the instructor on the next call. Bye for now.